Alright, hello everyone, it's me Max23 and welcome back to the Final Fantasy XII Randomizer. In the last episode we did go through the Nabrios Deadlands and arrived at the Necro of Nabudis. We already explored the Necro Hole, but there's still some unfinished business we want to do this time in this episode. So let's go. There's a lot of stuff we still have to do here actually, even though we've been through every location here. And the first thing I want to do is... Apparently I want to defeat a boss because that's on the way. But we need to get the two normal bosses here. We need to get the Esper afterwards. We also need to get one more rare game in here, which has a very convoluted method of spawning. And we also need to get Deathscythe here, which is all stuff we will do as we progress through the area again. But yeah, so a lot to look forward to, I guess. Once again, I want to mention no save crystal in this area, so everything is still dangerous. Actually, not so much because I have autosave on my side. Yeah. Dude, they can use Scarf? I was not expecting that. Okay. Another one of those names that just casually uses Scarf. It must be Sleeper, so I think it's Sleep. Sleep was replaced by Scarf. And everyone uses it. Like, so wild. Of course, since I decided to go through here and I've been through all the areas, a lot of the enemies did respawn already. Also Drain, look at Drain. Also very weird. Okay, Cloist of a Distant Song. We need to go to this location over there. Over here. And then we can fight our first boss here. Chaos himself later also has a very nasty gimmick, which is also something that you want to consider and not go in unprepared. Otherwise you are in for a rough time. And because in the Chaos fight you are not allowed to use physical attacks, the normal physical attack command. Instead you need to rely on magic, which is always pretty funny. Yeah, I wanted to open the door without having used the medallion first, so... Whoops, Yeah, we are going inside here and arrive at this guy here. I wonder, can this guy get even bigger with the randomizer? Nah, it's Humbaba Mistant. Very odd guy, if you ask me. Oh, he cast his Tune on himself again. How nice of you. Thank you for wasting turns. Also, you don't need Bravery and Haste, right? No, he doesn't. Yeah, once again, our party is so strong. What is there to say about all of this? I could cast Berserk on Penelo, but nah. Nah. I want to give this guy a fair chance. Trembler, that's, yeah, gonna hurt. That's a unique move for him, right? Like no one else uses that move. Also nice that he killed my revive character. Also about CS once again blocking everything. Like he has 100 ouch. He has 100 evasion, so yeah, of course he blocks. Like Trembler is the only big move that he has. Yeah, it could be better. But he has at least a good HP pool. He takes some hits before he dies. But eventually he has to give in too. Let's look at the randomizer size feature here again at work. This one is always so sad in a way. Like, would you keep that guy as a pet maybe? Boof. Well, so much for that. Bye bye. Easy as pie. There's a treasure chest over there, I know that. Congratulations! You're a true champion. Dude, if you know where that comes from, then you're good. Actually, you actually get the map nice. We already did see everything here though, but yeah, congratulations, you're a true champion is probably something that a lot of games say or so. Also nice stealth mode, yeah. yeah, let's just say yeah. A door. Just door. Actually double door. Dumbledore? Dude. Dude, if you did tell me that this music is from a Final Fantasy game, I would have said you lie. Like, this must be Final Fantasy 11 or 14 or so. Like, it sounds so unusual. But I still feel like I remember this music, I don't know. Like from a different game though, not Final Fantasy. Like actually it could be Stranger of Paradise again, but now that's no way. That cannot be Stranger of Paradise because Stranger of Paradise is not in the music pack. But I feel like it is Stranger of Paradise. So yeah, this room here is the first area where we need to do something special. Not because of this room, this is the Crucible, we can only enter that one with the other medallion. We need to go to Cloister of Reason first. But what we need to do here right now is reduce one character's life points. Yeah, suddenly Yu-Gi-Oh! Reduce one character's HP to like 10%, 10 or 5%, I'm not sure, and then Deathscythe will spawn in this area. Also Oversoul is back again, yeah, because I left the Necro for a brief second. Okay, what that means, I need to turn off all the gambits and I need to cast some Graphira maybe, yeah. Is that already enough? Nah. We do that until Deathscythe appears. No. It killed what? Wait a second, is that? Ooh. No way, that's not how that works, right? Why is wait a second. Why does it always deal half HP damage? That's not how that works, right? Do I have normal gravity? Does someone have gravity here? Because it should deal one half of the like current HP, right? Not overall HP. Dude, I cannot find it. Dude, what am I doing? Let me quickly check that again. Graphira, off targets, max HP, gravity 2? Is that always a thing? That it targets max HP, not current HP? Wait a second, did I... Oh. Did I just discover something like new or so? Penela is Penela needs a little bit more life. Yeah, that should work. That's the case. I should use Grafira. I should try to use Grafira more often. Yeah, that should be. Yeah, there we go. This must be Deathscythe now. Yeah, let's see if I can I just blatantly do that on Deathscythe. Oh, he's not. Teleport enemies, I like them. Well, first of all, let's do Erasca. Oh, never mind, we kill him so fast anyways. Let me try that, Grafira. Nope, he's immune against that. I guess that's like some kind of enemy stat that they are immune against those gravity spells, like it's the case in many Final Fantasy games. Yeah, could you please continue casting both here? Oh, you are you have low MP. And the other two are also pretty funny because he is immune against physical attacks now. Ouch. Okay, otherwise Deathscythe once again not much trouble. But he just needs to get ready to cast magic. Dude, use an ether, okay? Raiders, please be so kind and revive Fan. Guy starts to give me some more trouble now. Dude, we don't need to heal right now, both here. Just use Comet and be done with this guy already. There we go, we got him. Nice, 27 LP, also very good. Deathscythe vanquished. Nice. Yeah, Grafira piqued my interest now. But I guess like it's normally the case, it doesn't work on many enemies and I'm one-shotting them anyways right now. So yeah. Raiders is having fun again. Let's see if I can use that one trick again. Not quite. I wanted to make the enemies despawn, but Raiders was not far enough away. If he was placed at the very start of the area, that would work much better. Oh, now I understand why both here suddenly deals so much damage, okay. Because he has full HP. Then his Augments trigger. I see, okay, that's a huge increase in damage, actually. Definitely should keep an eye on that. And the Augments are not to be underestimated. I think the Augments do more than it seems. Because it's a difference between 7,000 and 5,000. And those differences always become bigger the further you progress into the game, of course. Okay, our next destination is this room, Cloister of Reason. Unless I can spot the Dark Elemental here, because we still need that one to get the rare game that I already mentioned in the previous episode. So far no Dark Elemental here. I like how the how Balthier's shield just did lose his its texture because it blocked the magic attack. Oh, not on Balthier, he needs his full HP. Actually, Van, let's do some more Kurasa, okay? Okay, yeah, okay, and we can enter now. Raiders is chilling somewhere else, but yeah, we let him. Let's see what this enemy will be. The other one was pretty big and terrifying, and this one is... what might it be? That's why you can. It is also big and fearsome, but also the music, guys. Wow. That's Judge of Cerberus, and it's Fury. I like that there's like one like boss enemy that is a bunny. Oh, the music, guys. That's so cool. I like Dirge of Cerberus soundtrack so much. This is here a girl named Chelk. Very nice. You might also know this track from like World of Final Fantasy. That's also in World of Final Fantasy. Sounds a little bit strange because once again it like uses different instruments or so, which I find odd. Yeah, the violins especially do not hit as powerful. Piano is also a little bit subdued, but yeah, Fury. Oh, look at the damage you're dealing! Wow. Yeah, wow, we did not even... Okay, never mind, that was Fury, so much for that one. And normally Fury... Oh, so sad, yeah. Normally Fury's gimmick is that Fury casts Berserk on itself and then like the fight absolutely escalates because Fury also does many multiple hit combos and stuff. I mean, that was Fury, if you did see her. Good thing I paused, because otherwise we would not have been able to hear the music. But then we get the Medallion of Might because we defeated those two like Guardian monster things. We also get a Golden Axe, nice game I guess. But yeah, we need to go to the like door in the center now. And that's where Chaos is, and Chaos is gonna be interesting, like I said, no physical attacks. We can cheat a little bit though, because we got telekinesis. Telekinesis is not the normal physical attack, it is a technique. And as such can be used in that fight. But before I go there, where's the Dark Elemental? I want my Dark Elemental now. I think the Dark Elemental has a 20% chance to spawn here. And once it is here, we need to perform specific actions with it. Oh, it is here? No, never mind. It was just the haste icon. No, just back enemies. I think if it is here, it is like in this location here. Which means we need to zone again. But like I learned last time, like one area away should be enough. Don't nuke my camera, guy. Look at all the spell effects here. The PlayStation 2 versions would be like ash by now. They would have burned to a crisp. I think you can see it on the map if you just like enter and re-enter from this side. It should be possible to be spotted here. Like I said, 20% chance. Nah, playing hard to get. Come on, just give me the elemental, please. Well, I don't have to zone 2 zones for that, do I? Or maybe, what is that? Dark Elemental, never mind, okay. There we go, Dark Elemental. What we need to do now is, first of all, aggro it by casting magic. That's fairly easy, but then of course we need to turn off our gambits because we need to keep the Dark Elemental alive. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. And with the Dark Elemental on our heels now, we need to lure the Dark Elemental now through this corridor, and then the rare game spawns. It's super strange, but that's how we do it. Yeah, come closer. Rather sorry, but I have more important business to attend to. And there he is. This is Varus, and like I said, he spawns once the Dark Elemental passes the section where the like door is. Like on that height, basically. Okay, now we can take care of the Rare Game and the Dark Elemental. Since those are both enemies we still need for our bestiary. Okay, Dark Elemental is down. Dark Elemental is always annoying, for obvious reasons. Also, let's get rid of all that stuff. You don't need those nice buffs, do you? Okay. And we got him, okay. This one is also trophy rare game. We get the Grave Soil trophy, epic. Nice. Good, and that means we are done with our like side business here, which means we can change focus back to our main objective here, and that is Chaos. Chaos is our next target. Oh, he uses counter. I was gonna say, why does he use attack if he does not have reflect? But it's just the counter, guys. Just fighting our way back right now, and we are gonna encounter the Helvinek again, I presume. That sounded strange for a second, I don't know, there was a strange sound there. But Helvinek can also only be encountered once per visit. If you defeat all the Oversouls and Helvinek after that, I think the counter for the Oversouls does reset and they spawn in you from like 2010 and so on. And the Helvinek though does not respawn. You need to leave the Necro Hole for that. There was that strange sound again. What is that? I think this is like some kind of like cast animation sound with like an actual cast overlapping there. Very weird if you ask me. And next Oversoul, I do not know if 2 Oversouls at once can spawn, I don't think so. I think you need to defeat the current Oversoul before the next one can spawn. Nice. When Balthier is able to defeat an enemy, he gets MP back. Also, I think the Oversoul was just in that room over there. Very interesting. Nice to know. I think that's a general thing about the Oversouls. They start in like one of those rooms in the areas here, and then they teleport towards you immediately. Might be their like kind of gimmick. I like that because that makes it a little bit more haunted. And that's the last Oversoul before Helvinek. Will you please not target both here for your stupid crap there? That's not nice. Everyone is slowed, but Van and Penel do not care. That's very nice. Especially Van does not care. And yeah, it must be Raiders. Raiders has like reflect on hit or so. That's not good. Also, I think that strange sound I did here was part of the music. Pretty unsettling. I like the music for this area. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good fit. Also, both here seem immune against something. I don't know what. Okay, almost have you. 9,000, 7,000, 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000. And goodbye. Line Curas, okay. Nothing important. Also, maybe I should heal both here full, since then he has more chance to kill enemies and restore his MP. Dude, thank you. I just healed him and then he goes, I'm gonna use gravity. They all use gravity now. Yeah, it's 100% Rados. Rados is giving enemies reflect. Well, good thing I did set up those gambits. That's much better. Okay, now I need to be careful with what party members I bring with me. I think Penelo's actually okay. She can use telekinesis. Well, Thea, of course, is the MVP for that fight because he's the strong magic caster of the party currently. And Van cannot do anything. I might bring Bash because he also has telekinesis. Yeah, that's the idea. Also, that means I need to have... is he flying? I don't think he's flying, right? You use telekinesis. You use telekinesis. I may not forget to change that back at some point. Soul Eater is also an alternative, by the way. Soul Eater is also good for this fight. Yeah, one goes, Bash in. And here we go. Examine the depression and use the Medallion of Might. Okay, always a boss I have a lot of respect for. Like I said, no physical attacks. It's always gonna interesting in Final Fantasy games. Oh, the sound. Of course, Chaos also in general, like a reference to the OG Final Fantasy final boss Chaos. To further solidify the idea, he is accompanied by 4 magical, and mental chaos jets, and they all use. Oh, that's gonna be. Ooh. Okay, you guys take care of those guys. Okay. The chaos jets are also pretty interesting since they do not count towards the bestiary. It's like the frost souls or whatever they called with Matthias. But yeah, we are doing good. Okay, damage output could be better. Some is also immune. Also, actually, wait a second. I think there's another exploit you can use. I don't even think you need. You can cast Berserk on a character. Or is that a mistake and cannot do anything anymore? Yeah, that's okay. Never mind. That's the thing. Yeah, because attack is blocked. Berserk also does not work. Whoops. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that one. That sucks a little bit. Rados is also out of order now. Actually, you can use 1000 needles. Also, we're getting Elemental Jar 5 or whatever that was. Finally, one of those moves again. We haven't seen one of those in a long time. Once again, what is the status here? Actually, it's just heavy damage, okay. Why of all people would you heal Rados? No, Okay, also this is, and Penelope Berserked, use serum on both here. Okay, this fight suddenly became a little bit more interesting. Always when those clutch situations happen, it is much more interesting, of course. Okay, Whirlwind is just the normal one, that's not the scary one. Okay, and I guess we are back in the game. Disease is annoying. Definitely need to get rid of that as soon as it appears. Okay, I do not want to see another Whirlwind again, whatever that was. Now Elemental Jar 5 or so. Quake Roar is okay. Quake Roar should not be devastating in it by any capacity. Is Penelo is still Berserk? Come on. So Berserk, please go away. I would much prefer that. Okay, now we are going Enrage. Balthier's still the Balthier's the MVP here because he's the one that deals a lot of damage here. Okay, got him. Nice. Okay. Now you can see that Chaos becomes much more problematic when he has. When you don't have like that much magical options or so. But yeah, that's it. That's our one of our last Espers actually. We only have 4 more to go. 2 in the Pharaohs, 1 in Hen Mines, and 1 in the Mega Crust. And that also means we are done with the Necroll of Naburis. We did everything we can do here. Chaos, Walker of the Real. Nice. Of course, a small reference to like his reincarnation cycle from Final Fantasy I. Like, or can you even call that reincarnation cycle? Like of the time loop. Also, guys, we just killed Chaos. And Jack would be proud of us. Mega Elixir. Like, who knows, maybe that was Jack after all. I mean, it could be a different dimension Jack or so. Like, Stranger of Paradise does open the door for a lot of stuff like that. I mean, Jack Garland is not even Garland from Final Fantasy I in that sense. Like, he still counts as a different Garland, at least to... in my opinion. Like, he is Garland, but he is not the Garland. Like, in general, I think Final Fantasy is more like the Pokemon multiverse, in which, like, more or less every game, Final Fantasy game, everyone has inner places, like, kind of canon in a way. At least that's how I like to view things. Or at least different versions of Final Fantasy games are all canon, like Final Fantasy, the original Final Fantasy XII would be canon, Zodiac Age would be canon, International Zodiac Job System, and so on and so forth. And like the original NES Final Fantasy would be canon, the Pixel Remaster version would be canon, Stranger of Paradise is canon, like all of that. Like, that's how I like to view that. I mean, Gilgamesh in Stranger of Paradise also partly mentions that it is apparently possible to meet like different incarnations of the characters that you have met. And there's also, of course, the entire thing with like Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, which are also different incarnations compared to like the ones from the main Dissidia like line, like the NT and Duodecim and stuff. Like, and in general, you might ask where, like, because all of those characters are coming from different time periods of times during their respective games. Like, that's another like thing to consider. Do they draw that from like, in general, different like versions of those games, or is that still the same? Like, I find that unreasonable. But yeah, now we need to get back outside here. We go back where we started the episode, I think. Actually, we are not done with Naburis, scratch that. We need to return here later for the Becknemy shop once he has the good stuff, to say the least. You know, sounds like a drug dealer, and I guess he kind of is. My shady provisioner. I'm gonna try to ignore as many enemies as I can here, but it only has limited success, as you can see. Now we're not doing Elementaga, sorry. Also, I should probably lead with Penelo, because I don't want for both here to get hit. Then again, he does a lot of one-shotting, which is nice. Penelo is also a fast attacker, obviously, with quick hit. I like how when enemies are just there, characters with cricket just go on a killing spree. Like they are so intensely triggered, they must see the enemy dead, otherwise they cannot continue to exist or so. Also KO once again procced, which is always nice. Nice. I like that you one-shot those guys. That's very, very good. The success rate for KO on Dragon Whisker is also pretty high. Good stuff. I got you all. I got you all. I get frog oil. Skin of frog oil. Disgusting. Okay. Okay, only through the trap mine, through the minefield here, Redis is gonna suffer again. Slow? You want to slow Pinello, the fastest attacker in all of Ivalice. Oh, you did pick the wrong fight, my dude. Like I said, I should lead with Redis to avoid the traps. I like Redis' sword. They look pretty strange, but it also fits into the entire judge, like, weapon scheme, I think. They both have, like, two kinds of weapons, a small one and a bigger one, main weapon. Good, Pinello, lead the way. Yeah, back to the save crystal. I need to think of something which I do now, because I did not expect that the episode, that we are finished so soon, and I still have like half an hour for the episode. So I guess we are doing some kind of hunt or so, that is still open. I have an idea. Yeah, I think I know which one. Deathgaze. We could do Deathgaze. Although Deathgaze is also something I want to combine with something else. What else do we have? I like the stepping sounds. Nice. Actually, before we do any of that, let's go to Nalbina and get our rewards with the hunts. Yeah, I forgot about the rewards. I think we might also be able to get something else now. Since we did all the hunts for, like in the Nalbina Fortress region. The first guy was this guy, right? Yeah, Popol. And the other guys are elsewhere. Because we did all the hunts here now, this should conclude the Jovi side quest. We get time bowls and so, okay. Nah. Dup 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 dup. Dappa 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 dap 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 dap. Yeah, this guy. This is Goliath. Yeah, they always call Jovi. Oh, we got a Judicious staff and Sam Clamshell. Wow, I cannot believe it. Okay, and finally this guy. Morgan. Snort. Yeah, he's a little bit on the shy side, apparently. Okay, we didn't get anything important from this. But we can talk to Jovi now. Maybe Jovi has something for us. Don't run away. Yeah, okay. That's confirmation that we did all the hunts here. Because now he wants to talk to us. He basically tells us that there was like, he had a hero once, and that guy looked kind of like Van, and if you read in between the lines, you figure out that that old hero of his was Rex, Van's brother. And now Van is the new hero. Kind of sweet poetry. We get blood swords, okay. Thank you, I guess. But cool, we are a hero now. Just what Cloud always wanted. Wait, wrong game. Okay, what else? This guy we're not doing. This guy is too far off. This guy is at... I guess it only leaves me one choice. Yeah. Okay, Deathgaze it is. It's also kind of appropriate because we had an airship terminal. Airship terminal. But yeah, Deathgaze is a very unique hunt. First of all, we need to find the petitioner. The petitioner should be in every... Or are they? I'm not sure. Well, apparently not. Yes, they are. Okay, the petitioner is like basically this family. This family is in every aerodrome in Ivalice. And first of all, let's take on the hunt here. So the boy did say that once when they did ride an airship, he saw Deathgaze. The mother does not believe that, and so he sends us to slay the creature. And basically we are part of like some kind of like bet between the son and the mother now, and like the father wants to spice things up by making this a game or so. So yeah, those guys are some rich guys that travel like all across Ivalice. Also, because we can travel with the Strahl now, we can see the Strahl in the background here now. Very nice detail. Nice stuff. But yeah, okay, what we have to do now in order to find Deathgaze, and that's the interesting part, we need to fly with an airship now. And at first, the probability to find Deathgaze is pretty low. What we have to do, basically, is fly to every aerodrome in Ivalice, and always talk again to the family, because each time we talk to the family, we increase the odds that Deathgaze suddenly ambushes and attacks the airship we are riding on, and then we can, like, do the hunt, actually. And while we do that, we can also do another side quest. We take the laser craft, because we also need to, like, fly every flight route in order to talk to, I think it's Anne and her sisters. And that will also give us, like, some small item. I'm also pretty sure that each airline has different stuff to sell. Yeah, this is the one that sells serum, but I keep getting serum from enemies, so I don't see the point in buying that one. Teleport stones again. Like, isn't that pretty better that they sell teleport stones here? Isn't that, like, against their, like, business? And Gissa greens too, like, that's pretty lenient from them that they... Nice of them that they sell, like, stuff for their rivals or so. But yeah, this chief stewardess we need to talk to. Did we already get the letter? Yeah, when did we get the letter? I must have done that at some point. Yeah, we did already get the letter, okay. But yeah, we need to fly every route, and we can... Yeah, because I did fly to Bujerba once, yeah. Okay, so that means we already got the Bujerba line. And this is the Arcades line currently. So we already got those two lines. Can I please sleep now? I need to talk to her. Okay. And yeah, I want to combine those two things because it's just fitting. Of course, also takes a little bit of time because we always need to board an airship, fly around, see the cutscene and stuff. Here they are again. We talk to them and then it increases the odds. The boy also says something different every time. Like, if the odds are very high, like he says something like, I did see Deathgaze. I absolutely did see him. Or something like that, and yeah. Let's go back to Nalvina. Actually, no, let's do not get back to Nalvina. There are some, like, one thing to consider here is also that not each, like, aerodrome has, like, the same lines. For example, I think Belfenheim is only accessible from Arcades. That's something to consider. So I'm gonna use the Belfenheim line now. Like, for example, in this aerodrome you cannot fly to Bujerba. Okay, music is still the same. You notice by the music that something is going on. Yeah, Deathgaze still not to be seen. Phoenix Stone, yeah. Dude, not off Rust for 3000. Are you kidding me? I know you can charge, like, Dark Energy by that, but nope. Actually, not Dark Energy, but Dark Crystals. Dark Energy is the very OP one, and Dark Crystal is the one that you need to charge. Okay, another letter. Nice. Okay, and we are sleeping again, and end up in Belfenheim. We also always get a new Xeavin. Last one was A78, now we get B60. Is that because the first letter is probably the letter of the location? Like the first one was Arcades, so we get A78, and this one is in Belfenheim, and as such we get B60. Nice. Okay, family here again. Let's talk to the boy again. And we take the next airline. Tuerubu we already did. Nalbina. I guess Nalbina is the next one, and from there on we can fly to Rabanastre. Also, you don't have to go like I did fly from Arcades to Belfenheim. Now I need to fly from Arcades to Nalbina and all that. The airlines only are like where they end up. Like you don't need to like find every possible combination here, which is also good, because otherwise that would be super annoying. Dude, Rhyme thanks X potions actually. But I cannot even get a full stock of X potions. X potions are very expensive, but also very good. You can see that these shops have different inventories every now and then. The one with Serum is the most interesting one in the base game, because that's one of the only spots where you can like easily get Serum. And we get... oh no, we get A again. Would have been N this time around. But then again, that would also not work, because Tuerubu and Belfenheim have the same like leading letter. Well, that's how it is then. Okay, that only leaves the airline to Rabanastre. And then we should have all the airlines, I think. I think they shouldn't do anything, but let's talk to those guys again. It must have been close. Okay, I think that's still the same he said in Belfenheim. Whereas the... here. Belfenheim again. Arcades is wrong. Rabanastre. Let's see what happens now. Now still the same music. Deathgaze refuses to show itself. But that is also good, because I can finish the other side quest that way. And teleport sounds and Giza Greens again, yeah. How did I know? I'm a clairvoyant, I know. Okay, this should be the last of Ant's sisters. Never mind, that's not the last one. Then I must have missed one airline. This time it's B39, okay. Also, when you sleep, a Deathgaze does not spawn, only when you board the airship. Okay, where are those guys again? Over there? No, that's not the family. Over there? Traveler. Those guys also have a different name in German. They are basically called family like to travel or so. It would be a literal translation of them. I don't like that they are just called Traveler here. Bujerba. I guess I need to take the Bujerban flight again. Because that's the flight I haven't taken yet. Nope, Deathgaze still not here. Of course, Deathgaze in general is also an allusion to Deathgaze from Final Fantasy VI. Because Deathgaze in Final Fantasy VI is also an enemy you need to encounter on airship. I like that as a reference. I think that's pretty good. I did forget an airline. Who knows? Maybe Bujerba shows me the way. Which one did I not take? Nalbina has one. I did Arcades, Rabanastra. Like I said, it is not like that you have to go like every possible route. Belfenheim again, Rabanastra. Private airships, ah. Okay, first of all, let's talk to the family again. Over here. Okay, you might be able to catch it. That's pretty much the sign that next time we are about to encounter Deathgaze. I'm not sure if the chance eventually becomes 100%. I don't think so, but who knows? Also, I think you always need to take the Lasercraft, otherwise Deathgaze does not appear. Okay, but this time around... Yeah, sounds better. Music did not start, the usual. Yeah, oh, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Anyone. Anyone. Okay, we can also say that we do not want to fight. Actually, nothing happens. It would be funny if you say no and like it's game over. Or like someone else does the hunt then. That would be pretty funny, but yeah, we volunteer to fight, of course. Yeah, fitting music. There's also this other headhunter here, the Banga guy. He is like very arrogant, but then like runs like a baby because he did spot Deathgaze. This is also a unique state of yeah, I'm your man. This is also a very interesting, unique state of the aircraft here, of the airship. Because you can talk to all of those people and they always like say different stuff. There's also wounded Imperial here. So yeah, let's see. Deathgaze is rank 7, appropriate for a pretty like well-known enemy in Final Fantasy. Like I also like how the shopkeepers resist to Deathgaze. That's react to Deathgaze. That's pretty nice. You can buy dispel modes here. Oh, don't mind if I do. Also, some Bacchus wine is good. Sure. Okay, spent all my money again. Perfect. That's how it goes sometimes. But that also tells me that we haven't taken this flight here. Yeah, Deathgaze is on the air deck. And he's up there. We cannot see him right now. Funny. Look at this. Whoosh. 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 Has a fairly short render distance. It's another one of those reroll type enemies. But surely nothing we can't handle. Like normally Deathgaze uses level 5 death, which can kill characters that are that have a level divisible by 5. And once again, both Thea and the others are doing a great job here. Actually, mainly both Thea. Raiders does help a little bit. But both Thea is definitely the main. He also has Thunder. Oh yeah, okay. Look at that, 14k with Thunder. Wow. Wait a second. I can make that even stronger. Wait a second. I could equip the Holy Rod. But no, I want to get the Zeus Mace. Also has Thunder proficiency. Let's see how much damage both deals now. Like 13k even when he has damage. Wow. 14k. But here, once again, absolute legend here. The bad thing is that Deathgaze has this thing going on where you take recoil damage. And Bolthia also takes a lot of recoil damage because he deals a lot of damage. Like, eventually Deathgaze also casts reverse on itself in the base game, but not sure what he does here. 14k just like that, wow. Restore, yeah, restore is also something Deathgaze does. Also, can this barrier please go away? I'm a little bit confused, why does the physical barrier last so long? Or do they have elementals and, like, they target one elemental Deathgaze is immune against? Could also be the case. I did not pay attention to the combat log, that's the thing. I can quickly find that out. Oh, he's no longer reverse, but okay, reverse is still a thing. I think my characters are occupied doing other stuff. Erase. Immune against erase. What do you need to do here again? I guess you're doing this. Penelo, you actually Penelo remedy. I'm not sure if he has like a physical, like a magical barrier now. You missed it, seriously? Oh, wait a second. Yeah, reverse. No, that does not work like that. If you have reverse, it does not like affect, I think, status curing items or so. It is only about damage, I think. You still need the augment effect that like reverses item effects to do something with remedy, I think. Yeah, and we defeated him. Nice. Okay. I was gonna say Penel can now also dish out all the damage. Deathgaze vanquished. Okay, and the guys are happy. Nice. Also, still interesting state here. You are still allowed to round mount with weapons in hand. I'm not even sure if Seitengrad can spawn here, but Seitengrad is not here. Yeah, okay. Okay, now I just quickly need to figure out how to complete the Anne and her sister's side quest. Hopefully there's like someone here. Nope. B63. 6 away from 69. Which line did I forget? I must have forgotten a line here. I hope I also don't have to fly with Bujerba again, because basically the Bujerban flight got interrupted by the Deathgaze event. Okay, get our reward first. Yeah, now those super rich guys tell that their son gets an airship and so, and yeah. Please give me my reward, okay? Get Enchanter's Habit, Chocobo Feather, once again, nothing special, okay? Nalbina, we did fly to Nalbina, we did fly to Arcades. We did fly to Bujerba, let's fly to Bujerba. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I was mistaken. I think the combinations actually matter. Like, you don't need to go into, like, both directions. I think that's the trick, actually. Yeah, might be. That's also the reason why that one, like, shop there did sell dispel modes. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's not just about the destination, you need to like fly every combination in either direction. Okay, I think we are done with Belfenheim now, and we did get all the Belfenheim lines. Of course, that means I need to figure out the routes that I have already been using. Like, I need more flights to Arcades, that's for sure. Belfenheim again is wrong. Rabanastro is wrong. Private Airship is also wrong. Still, you take me back to Rabanastro, but I'm gonna use the private cannon. Just to show it off, of course. Yeah, easy. That might be even faster than the teleport crystal. We did fly to Bojaba from this. We did fly... Never did fly to Arcades from Rabanastro. I think we also never did fly from... No, we did fly Nalbina, Rabanastro. Rabanastro, Nalbina is unimportant then. Actually, this might be the last flight. I hope so. Also, I should check out the shops. Also, is it just me or does the color of the carpet change from airship to airship? I think that might actually be the case. Like, this game has so much detail, I wouldn't be surprised. I have a letter from Anne. Please tell me with the last one. Yeah, okay. Good. I could tell because Damon was standing in a different position than usual. Usually he does lean onto the counter. But this time he just did stand there, menacingly. Blast it all. Okay, we just blew the marriage between, like, Damon and, like, Anne's brothers and sisters, respectively. And we get two... Oh, we got a Russia and 2 suits of leather armor. Leather armor is unimportant, but Versapas are, like, the strongest hammer, I think? Which is, of course, the least important, like, ultimate weapon, in my opinion. It's not even the Final Fantasy weapon that's bad, that's also something to consider. Actually, it kind of surprises me that I haven't gotten a Final Fantasy weapon. That is kind of strange. Okay, what did we just get here? Oh no, it's the spear on hit reverse. Dude, oh, wait a second, is that a Final Fantasy weapon? I think it is. Is that not the naming scheme in... That actually might not be the... I'm actually not sure. I'm pretty sure there are weapons in the game that are like Aldebaran Y or so. If not, then that's a thing exclusive to what is it called in German? But that would surprise me. Wait a second, what are the names just changed because of the randomizer? That could also be it. Because that is the Dragon Whisker, right? Wait a second, let me quickly check that. Simha, nah. There must be still the Final Fantasy weapons. That's not the naming scheme. Then again, no. Those are the Final Fantasy weapons. No. this is the Durandal F or so. Like, why is it called Simha again? That's like from the old translation from when you did play International Zodiac Job System. Interesting. Like, the randomizer must do something where it renames the, like, Final Fantasy weapons back to their, like, originally translated originals or so. Which means I already got some of those weapons. Interesting. Cool, I guess. But yeah, quickly take me back. Yeah, Belfenheim is a good place to... No, Belfenheim is a terrible place. Actually, it doesn't matter. I just want to reach a better teleport crystal. That way I can start off things better. next time I start to record. You could also get a fishing rod here, but I'm not sure if you can even get that one right now. I'm not going for it because that is also tied to like some specific circumstances, which I do not want to, which I do not know which they are currently. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks for watching, and of course, as always, take care and goodbye.